Hey Cole, thanks for sending over the deck for SimilarPod. I'm going to give you a little bit of feedback. I hope that this is helpful. So when I start off just on the first slide, SimilarPod, Competitor Insights for Podcast Growth. Good title slide. It says what you do very simply. One, and this is just pure style, I don't know that I'd capitalize every first letter in that one-liner. It's not actually a title, it's a sentence. So that's good. So the problem, podcast creation and listener growth is exploding, but there's no effective way for podcast creators to discover their target audience. It's a pretty good problem. It's succinct. I think I get it pretty well. I don't actually think you need the next two bullet points. I think it crowds the picture. I mean, really what you're just saying is, hey, there's no way to do competitive analysis, no way to track things. And then your solution is this web-based application that helps early and mid-stage podcasts. Okay, so here's something that my head went to. I thought, oh, this is like SimilarWeb. Oh, wait a second, you called it SimilarPod, and then you do the analogy to SimilarWeb. So I think that makes a lot of sense. If you guys are the co-founders or the founders of SimilarWeb, I think you can get away with doing something like that. I think otherwise you might want to change the name of your company just to avoid confusion. People might think you're actually a division of SimilarWeb. Like, oh, SimilarWeb released a new product called SimilarPod. So try to just make that a little distinct. Going down, the solution, a web-based application that helps early and mid-stage podcasts find audiences via insights on similar podcasts. Okay, so this got me thinking, okay, overall this makes sense. Yes, there's a lot of podcasts, revenues going up, but the thing I couldn't figure out actually is how you would get the data. And when I go through the deck, I hit the 8th slide and I have a go-to-market strategy, and the thing that I'm missing here is actually an explanation of what you do. So, or maybe how you do it. And this is a tricky thing. You obviously don't want to reveal everything about your company, all the secret insights that you have on how you gather this data. But having been a podcaster in the past, I know how hard it is to get the data because it's siloed in a bunch of different places. That's why you can usually only get data from one or a few things. So maybe you make the argument, well, as we build a larger audience, those people will contribute their data, we'll use the data to cross-reference, we'll build a data set, we'll do this, we'll do that. Maybe that's what you're doing, but you have to explain it. There needs to be something more to grasp onto. And then finally here at the end, the deck just sort of stopped. It ended without me knowing the so what. Okay, so you have this go-to-market strategy. Now what? Are you raising money? Are you just trying to tell me what you do? You got to tell me a little more about where the product is, what you want to achieve with the deck. Remember that the deck is a message, or it's a request, it's an ask, it's a way of convincing people to do something. What are you trying to convince the reader about here? Right? What do you need them to believe, and what do you want them to do afterwards? Figure that out, and I think you can really create a great deck here. Thank you.